What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So the entire market is not really the most positive. It is positive when we look at everything as a whole, but when we look at the rest of the market and where things are, it's definitely at a lesser point than it was yesterday, especially at the highest point where we saw like a $2.33 trillion market cap. But for the time being, as we look at the last 24 hours, the rolling 24 hours, we're looking at a positive level or at least an increase. Um, but XRP is making a little bit more of a move. It's having a little bit more of a pump. And maybe it's because of this one thing that we're very, very close to. But who knows if we're truly going to see a break of, $1 and get up to the levels that we're kind of used to, or we want to see with XRP. We want to see it break $1. We want to see it break $2 and get to those levels that it was before. It was hovering around $100 billion market cap, and we're struggling to get to those points. As of late, as of the last 4 years, and it's because of the SEC versus Ripple. But we're starting to make some moves, make some strides here. So, guys, if you could make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. Now, if you guys want to trade XRP for yourself, feel free to go ahead and check out my link for Margex, where you can trade up to a 50x leverage. Let's say you only have $100 and you're like, I want to invest $100 into XRP because I believe it's going to skyrocket from this level to the next year. If you truly believe that, then you have $100, you could do it a 5x leverage and have $500 that you're investing in, right? You're only putting up 100, but 500, you're getting the gains from the $500. So feel free to check that out. Make sure you guys do your research and understand how to leverage trade and the risks that you are putting forth, that you are diving into. So understand that before you decide to invest money. And the best way possible is probably to start with a lower amount that you're trading, like $1 instead of $100, and then move your way up to maybe 10 and move your way up to 100 if you feel comfortable. So feel free to check out that link down below for Margex if you guys are interested. Also, if you want to check out the link for Trade Assist, you can look at that. That's right below the link for Margex. This is basically an indicator that you can use, and you can get buy alerts, sell alerts, and bullish momentum and bearish momentum. So feel free to check that out right below that. Let's talk about the market first. The market is currently up by 0.45%. We're seeing it at a $2.31 trillion market cap. We're also seeing Bitcoin's dominance slowly, steadily decrease. It seems like every day we're seeing it at a little bit of a red. Yes, it is only 0.03%, but it is still at a decrease either way. 56.28% is not the best for altcoin season, but it's slowly getting there. But when we look at the entire market, again, up by only 0.45%. Some other things are up by a decent amount, right? Bitcoin is up. You have Ethereum that's up by 1%. But if you scroll down here, you're going to see XRP that's up by 1% in the last hour and about 5% in the last 24 hours, 5% for the last 7 days. So it's been moving quite a bit more than what we typically see, especially since you see a lot of other things that are moving a lot more, right? Dogecoin is up by 16% in the last 7 days. Things are making huge moves, but XRP remained kind of steady. And that's because of what's kind of looming over its head, right? The SEC still has the ability to appeal. But once we get to that point to where that deadline is final and they don't have an appeal that goes through, well, then we're in the clear, right? We now see XRP that absolutely skyrocket. So are people getting prepared for that? And, kind of assuming that we're not going to see that appeal, which would be great if we didn't, meaning that XRP has the freedom to move forward with partnerships and all of that. So XRP, again, currently stands at 62 cents. This puts my 100,000 that I have at $62,000, up a total of $10,000 over what I invested, which was $52,000. We are seeing a 34, almost $35 billion market cap. It got up to 62 before decreasing a little bit down to 61.6. But we are seeing $2 billion worth of volume, up 56% in the last 24 hours, which is 5.5% volume to market cap ratio. We are seeing a little bit of the circulating supply that's also increasing from 56.51 to now 56.56. So we're seeing a little bit of an increase there, which is great, right? I want to see the Band-Aid completely ripped off so that, one, I have an opportunity to maybe buy more lower if I could. But then also understand that all dilution is out there and there's going to be no issue with dilution as time goes on. I don't think we're going to have any issue with it in the grand scheme of things because XRP is going to be worth so much. But we're on our way, right? We're pushing up to that level of $1. When we look at the last year, we've seen it hit 70 cents multiple times. We want to see it break 70 cents. If it can break 80 cents, then we know that we're right there, right? We want to see it break, I think, 75 cents so that it can have that room up to 80. And I think 80 cents is that level to where it's like once it breaks that point, $1 is next. So I'm ready to see that happen. And I think the only way that that does happen is if we have the SEC that decides not to appeal. If you don't know, the SEC has until October 6th in order to appeal. And it is a significant date because when we get to that point, if they do not, then they can't do it, which means that Ripple is going to pay the 125 million. XRP and Ripple are going to have freedom. The judgment is going to stand. We're not going to have any issues with that. That's going to be in the books, right? By law that you go through this and the outcome of suing Ripple for the things that they've done. And you also understand that XRP is labeled as not a security for retail sales. When it comes to institutional sale from Ripple themselves, it's a different story. But we understand that portion of it. We don't know why. We really don't. I don't know why. I couldn't even think of a reason. But we still have a little bit of clarity. Not clarity on the definition, but we have clarity on the fact that of what is considered violating securities laws and what isn't, right? What doesn't violate securities laws. So that's a big deal, but it's still not what we wanted. Off of a 4-year battle, we want clarity to say what's the differentiating factors between something that is and isn't a security, right? So, and we still don't know that. And I think that's the battle that Coinbase is going through, but that's Coinbase's battle. As someone that's invested in XRP, I want to see XRP succeed, pay the fine that you have to pay. Now move on, create your partnerships, implement XRP, see it flourish. That's what I want to see. So maybe people are getting prepared. They're getting prepared for the positivity that could be, but there's also a downside, right? You could see that negativity. You could see that appeal that comes on, which a lot of people believe that we are going to see an appeal, a last minute appeal that comes up, which would suck because that puts them right back into this not only 4-year battle, but now moving on to 5 years. And are we going to see another 4-year battle? Are we going to see this happen through the bull market, which means that XRP doesn't flourish, doesn't push as much as people want it to? So anyways, let me know what you're thinking about XRP because we're seeing a little bit of movement in the last year. Again, it's up by 22%, which is not crazy, but it is still up by 22%. In the last 7 days, up by 5%. The last month, up by 7%. And all history, up by 10,376%. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below for Margex as well as Trade Assist. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.